What is going on, guys? I go by the name of Cleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
I am the anomaly Will Ferrell. We are the Arcade Tokens, and this is Coin Toss. This podcast is brought to you by Gridiron Gaming and is powered by the PFRPA and is produced by Thunder Studios.
Yeah, Will, wait, great. I feel like you're so good at this. Who is it powered by?
The PFRPA.
I knew it was in there. I knew it was locked in there. Okay,
that's
what's up. Okay, for sure. I was seeing it. I could tell you don't straight on the script no more.
Hey man, you know shoot.
With it.
That was difficult when we started.
Yeah,
just to throw that out.
Yes, it was. Man.
Yes, it was.
Great episode on for everyone listening in today, man, and watching. We of course have our champion Spargo in the building, so he'll be answering a lot of questions, man, and letting us know exactly what is it like to be a 15-year-old prodigy at Smash Bros.
He won the whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole time.
Yeah, man.
Second time?
Gridiron Invitational. Smash Bros.
Man.
All Spargo, man. This guy is taking over. So y'all really want to stay in this interview because speaking of taking over, we got something that's taking over worldwide. If you ain't seen it, I'm not gonna call out Patrick Cloud like that and just get him disrespected in the comments. But if you ain't seen WandaVision, you are missing out. Okay. Now we wanted to talk about this last week. We didn't get a chance to, and I'm so glad we didn't because we've learned so much. Pat, let me make you feel just even a little bit worse. So WandaVision is, of course, the first season is on Disney Plus, and everyone has been raving about it. Just to give even a brief recap, the last episode, episode 6, was probably the greatest episode of the entire season. So much people have even rated the episode individually. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. I didn't even know IGN rated episodes, let alone just by itself.
Right.
And now we have learned that the last 3 episodes, usually the shows are about 30 minutes. So like we told you, Pat can catch up. The last 3, though, are an hour long each. The last 3 episodes will be an hour long. And if you've seen the last episode, you see why Cleo is going Ric Flair right now.
How many episodes was before this?
6. So you still got time to catch up, Pat.
So wait, 6 episodes and then 3 episodes that are an hour long each.
Yes.
The last 3 episodes of this. And by the way, WandaVision, there will not be a season 2. This is it. This is it. And they are leading this into everything else that we're going to deal with Marvel. It's Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. It's the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's Armor Wars. Everything else that we're going to have to deal with in the Marvel Cinematic Universe all depends on this WandaVision series. These last 3 episodes, you're pretty much getting a movie. 3 hours long.
You know what I was about to say? Before it was like, oh, snap, you're Iron Man, you got a movie. With this new age, I would rather this deal. Think about it. You got 6 episodes that were 30 minutes, which is 3 hours. And then an additional 3 hours. That's 6 hours. That's like what? 3 Marvel movies. You got 3 Marvel movies rolled out all at once, and it's on Disney Plus. It's not in a movie theater situation where there's like, yeah, I never really got to see it, but it's like people have Disney Plus. One account can have a room full of people watching it. So I would rather, if I was in the Marvel universe, I would rather have this WandaVision deal because she low-key got just the same amount of airtime as 3 Iron Man movies, if you think about it.
well, not just that though, Pat. You have to understand, not only is she getting her shine, but Cleo only scratched at the surface of what she's opening up for this next MCU. That's the thing. So one of the biggest things is currently right now, WandaVision is the most watched show in the world. In the world. Everyone is currently watching this show after episode.
So everybody made it past that first episode.
Everyone made it past that first. Pat, remember how we normally tell you, yo, if you just give it 3 episodes, I promise you'll love it. Pat, it's like Watchmen. It's like Watchmen. You get past episode 2, you are hooked. And you're going to love the nostalgia because you're going to start understanding the references they're using for TV shows, and you're going to love it.
Yes.
But the biggest thing that I have now noticed about them is that what a lot of people aren't catching is that this unlocks the door for X-Men. The X-Men are now officially a part of the MCU. Not just outside of Deadpool, but the simple fact that I don't mean to spoil something. So people, if you are listening to this, you haven't seen WandaVision, we're about to spoil a little bit of things. But if you've seen clips, you'll still catch it. So in the show, WandaVision has two children, which is, of course, Tommy and Billy, Quicken and Quicksilver in the comic books. So news was Quicksilver that's Billy, right? Cleo?
No,
Billy is Quicksilver.
The sons' name are Wiccan and Speedy? Is his name?
No, he's his name is Quicksilver, right?
I thought Wanda's brother was Quicksilver.
It is Speed?
Exactly. Wanda's brother's Quicksilver, the one that showed up and that blew the internet up. But Wanda's children's names are Wiccan and Speed.
Okay, so he didn't take over Quicksilver's name. Okay. Yeah, so there's Speed
he just dressed up
and
like
Wiccan.
for Halloween.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's Speed and Wiccan. Wiccan and Speed are now officially the first recorded mutants of the MCU. They are the first natural-born humans with powers, with that mutant chromosome.
Why? Because they were a kid of a
they were birthed by her. Yeah, they were birthed by her. So her powers developed.
That just automatically turns her into a mutant?
Oh, no. Think about it. None of the rest of the people we've seen in the MCU had the power inside of them. Wanda was created by the Mind Stone. So was Quicksilver. Right. That was experimented on. Iron Man built his suit. Thor is a god. Spider-Man was bitten. Hulk, accident. There is no person in the MCU who had a power generate from them. Mm-hmm. Those two are the first ones in the MCU.
So Wolverine isn't alive yet, or what?
No, Wolverine's alive, but again, he was tested on. So in the MCU, he don't exist yet.
He's not even here. This opens the door for X-Men, bro. This opens the door for mutants. I don't know if we'll see Wolverine on screen again. I really don't even care at this point. I'm just happy to know that X-Men are here.
Yes, indeed, man. And so now the big question that has been rolling around is the House of M storyline is what is supposedly supposed to be the first storyline of X-Men. And so what the rumor is supposed to be is we might get to see Charles and Magneto in WandaVision. Our first view of the official Magneto and Charles of the MCU. And two,
that's lit.
Reed Richards.
I always liked X-Men's early stories anyways. And it seems like those would be the whack ones because it's just like Beast in a yellow outfit, early stuff. But like I've enjoyed all of their early stuff rather than the more modern stuff that they tried to keep up with the comics. But also that was the Sony interpretation. We haven't had the magical Disney Marvel touch on them yet. So I actually don't know what to expect.
Well, that's when Fox had the X-Men franchise, X1, X2, X3 were a thing. But then when First Class rolled out, I felt like, yo, keep this. This is beautiful. I love First Class.
That was the one.
And then we had the Days of Future Past and Apocalypse go down and whatever the case may be. But if WandaVision opens that door to X-Men, we get Magneto, we see Professor X, whichever ones, whether it's the OGs or the young guns, whoever we get to see about that, sir. Whichever one's great, I'm with that. The House of M storyline is so crazy in the comics because she uttered the words "no more mutants" and wiped away 96% of all mutants on Earth. Like that's what happened in the story. She just had a psychotic break. If they're following that storyline per se, so is it the reversal of it? Does she enhance? Does she awaken the powers in humans that they didn't know they had around the world? What's going to be the payoff here?
So here's my theory. Here's my theory, sir. So in a particular part of episode of the last one, Darcy told Monica Rambeau that, yo, you can't go back in there. She's rewritten your cells too many times. So when I heard that, my first thought was, this is how you can have both versions of Magneto and Charles if you wanted to, because old ones go in, younger versions go into it. When they pop out, they're the older versions of themselves. So then now you've tied in Fox's X-Men into the MCU, because what really made me think about it was Fox tried way too hard to clean themselves up. So I don't know if any of y'all know this, but X-Men 3 now technically doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's not even canon.
So Days of Future Past, that was Fox's way of cleaning up that movie because it was so bad. Days of Future Past got rid of Last Stand because Jean Grey is still alive, and so was Fox. So Last Stand never happened.
They went back and did another storyline.
Yeah, so Days of Future Past, when they stop old boy from making the Sentinels, it rewrote the timeline. And so so they clean themselves up. So that's why it's like, now you can put them in, but then too, we don't know who's going to be who, where's going to be which, because you're dealing with her in a different timeline of what she's doing. Like right now, I think she's what in the 90s?
Wait, so is Marvel trying to keep the same storyline as the deal that they just got out of, or are they just trying to start clean?
Well, see, here's the thing. Now that you're dealing with a multiverse, there's no telling, because in the previous episode, she brought Quicksilver back from the Fox version. But he's technically playing the MCU's Quicksilver.
Wait, so it wasn't the bleach-haired dude from that Avengers movie that died?
But that's who he's supposed to be.
That's who that Quicksilver is playing. It's not like she grabbed that Quicksilver from Fox and put him in there. No,
my head.
I know. And you know what makes you do that? Because they even do it in the story. Because she be asking him a question like, "You remember when that bully that kept picking on you?" Like, "I see what you're doing. You wondering why I look like this?" And she was like, "Why do you look different?"
Man, here's the thing: Hugh Jackman retired Wolverine, so there's a lot of X-Men who don't matter now. I didn't like the actor who played Cyclops. Jean Grey was kind of meh. I don't know if they're going to reprise Halle Berry as Storm, and that was just at a time where I was just kind of like goo goo gaga for Halle Berry. They just need to start clean. Like Marvel did such a good job with starting clean, especially after the Spider-Man franchise. You know what I mean? They just did their own thing, and we were just like that. So I feel like I would love to see it the standouts for me were obviously Wolverine, Magneto, and Professor X. So I don't know how old the older versions of Professor X and Magneto are now, but it's like, if we can even just bring back the young ones, that's fine. But even if you start them over, like it was all about Hugh Jackman. So I feel like you wanted to just clean cut everybody, just do that. But I don't feel like you need to start continuing from the XX3, all that stuff. It's just too much. It's just
much. So there is another thing in the play with that though. So and the theory that a friend of mine, Bobby Digital, shot to him that came up with. A lot of these are the theories that he started kind of developing up too, that we've been bouncing back and forth. That there is another option, and there's something that we have completely missed that no one has really paid attention to that may tie in all of this. There is another show that we have completely forgot about that may get tied into this, and that is Legion. So in Legion, Magneto and Professor X are shown. There is a new Professor X, but there's still the same Magneto, which is Michael Fassbender.
Ignorance alert. So what's Legion?
Legion, bro, you got to watch that.
It was a show on FX that was related to X-Men. It was about Professor X's son.
Yeah.
Who has Professor X's son. What? Professor X's son has a multiple personality disorder, and every personality has a different power.
Yeah.
So he has 100 freaking different people in his head and 100 different actual powers. Man. My thing about Legion is, though, does he keep the same physical view of himself, or does he actually change, Will?
Who? Oh, boy?
Legion.
His son? His son? You really want to know? You really want to know what happened? He basically, so Charles messed up and put a actual demon in his mind, like an evil person in his mind called the Shadow King, but it was by accident. Okay. And so Legion, his problem was the entire time he thought he was crazy and he kept trying to fight it. And then Charles finally told him what happened. He was like, oh, so it's true. I really am crazy. Oh, well, if that's the case, then cool. Let's do this. He destroyed his timeline, rebuilt it, brought everyone back and was like, I'm going to just be God and keep doing this, and then destroyed himself and became God of this new dimension that he created of his own timeline.
Okay. First of all,
it sounds crazy, but if you watch the show, it's so beautiful how it is.
Legion on Netflix, to my memory, had like a Spartan warrior as the head guy.
Completely different show.
Yeah. No, it's too different. It's like that. It was a bad name to call it because the other Legion, ironically, I think of is the movie where they're trying to save this baby that God wants to kill, and ironically, the angel is played by the guy that plays Vision, which is hilarious.
Wait, you talking about the dude with the gun, the knife, and the wings?
Yep.
That's the movie, yeah. But type in FX Legion.
Nothing to do with this.
Type in FX Legion, and then it'll pull up.
Oh, FX, not Netflix.
No, FX Legion.
Oh, okay. This looks like some X-Men shit. Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
But my thing about that theory is, though, Will, if Kevin Feige wasn't a producer on that or in any way involved in the Legion series, I don't think they're bringing that in. This dude, Kevin Feige, don't miss. Kevin Feige don't miss, bro.
But he wasn't a part of the X-Men for Fox either. And now we just saw two.
That's good. But he couldn't touch that.
Right, but I'm saying though, like you can now touch everything though. So that's what I'm saying. And then too, Michael Fassbender was in Legion as Magneto. So it's like it's in there. And then you also have like Daredevil was brought into Spider-Man now. So like Charlie Cox is the official Daredevil of the MCU. And so they're tying everything in.
Where does Hawkeye fit in all of this? Is he a mutant? Was he born like that with perfect aim, or was he like
he's just amazingly trained? He's just amazingly trained. He doesn't have astigmatism like the rest. No, he's just that good. No. He's just amazingly.
He's just a human who doesn't miss.
No. So most of the time, like him and Black Widow, they base themselves off of training because a lot of people don't know like Black Widow is actually immune to like all diseases. But it's through training and whatever it is they injected them with and stuff like that to keep them.
Yourself to be immune?
Is it whatever? Like when she was like,
the red room.
What they call themselves? The red room thing. Red room. That's what it made. So it made her into that.
They got experiment. They got low level experimenting on.
Probably so. Kind of like how the super soldier serum thing is. Like they always talk about. They never stop doing that. Like they always try to find a different way to do it, and
they just work.
I would like to just. Monica Rambeau said, my way back in is about an hour away. That's what she said in the last episode.
Yep.
So, Pat, the lead actress who's playing Monica Rambeau is outside of the bubble now. She wants to go back in because, no, not Wanda. God, I do not know the actress's name, but the black woman who was originally in and then got shot out. Who's playing Monica Rambeau at the very the last episode, she says, my way back in is an hour out. She called some physicist, some whatever smart guy to come pull up to help her get back in. Now, the internet exploded because they're like, who did she call? Who's going to show up to help her get back in? The internet exploded because it has been rumored for quite some time. John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim Halpert, the fans have been wanting, and they said, we want him as Reed Richards. If John Krasinski shows up on my screen, I'm going to lose it.
He's great. Here's the thing. After seeing Jim, you're like, action hero, especially with that Jack Ryan or whatever. We were just like, I don't want to see Jim as a superhero. But then you see him and it's like, he got some range, especially after like Juno and stuff. Like you start seeing him in other stuff, and you're like, oh, he can act. But over the years, he's gotten such like a portfolio that I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Man, so the fans want it. So if he shows up, I'm there.
Yeah, so it's either that or they said one of the people from I don't want to say the name wrong, but what's the new Asian film that's coming out in the MCU?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, they said it might be someone from there that she's going to meet up with as well. Or it might be someone from leading them to connect Falcon and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Another theory that just hit me: could it be a Kree Could it be who's with Nick Fury? Could it be one of the aliens from up there to come back down to help?
No, because they still out in space when that happens.
Okay, so the Skrulls ain't. All right,
wait. When did they say? No. Hold on. When did they show they were out of space?
At the end.
Was that in Captain Marvel? Was that the end of Captain Marvel?
It was not the end of Captain Marvel. It was either the end of. Was it the end of the Spider-Man movie?
No, because that's when they found out he killed him.
All right.
Because I'm trying to place the timeline of when that happened.
Post credit scene. This is what we do, guys. All we have to do is simply wait and just find out. But here we are driving ourselves crazy, just thinking of all these theories of what
people want to imagine the best case scenario, so they can either be really, really happy or really disappointed, and I don't get why.
Right. Because and then Doctor Strange didn't make it no better now. Now we're just like, okay, we need 1 million scenarios of how this can go.
Wait, so Doctor Strange wasn't born like that?
No, Doctor Strange, it's his mind. So he has photographic memory. So it's just
that's like how he was trained, right?
He was a surgeon, and then he got in a wreck and it messed up his hands. So they couldn't put his hands back together. So they always do this. So you can't be a surgeon no more if you're doing this. So he explored every type of medicine, Eastern, Western, whatever he could to get his hands to stop doing this. And so then he found mystic arts, but instead of it, doing that, he decided to become a sorcerer. And he still never fixed his hands. Like his hands will always.
I mean, they be steady when he be doing this thing, He don't be
no. If you look closely, it do be shaking when he do it. Like his hands.
It'd be crazy if they gave him a wobbly circle too. If it was like if the circles that he made
it wasn't a complete circle, right? It wasn't circled right when he did it.
No, it was just like those scissors you used to get that gave you wacky edges.
Oh my God. My man got a zigzag.
I'm just saying, it'd be like a wobbly oval, and he'd just be like opening like oblong portals, which is low key probably easier to walk through.
Well, the scene that we are talking about is at the end of Spider-Man: Far From Home with Nick Fury on that ship when he walks out of the ocean, but then he's actually on the ship. It was a fake vacation, and all the is it the Kree or the Skrulls around him? It's the Skrulls that are around him.
Skrulls. It's a Skrulls.
Skrulls, yeah.
So they're in space.
I hope it ain't a Skrull.
No, because they're going home. So at that time, when that happened, they're going home already because Spider-Man is around. So this is after the 5 years. So he's not. So Nick Fury ain't even on Earth right now.
We'll see.
So it got to be somebody. Man. This is but we just know it's about to be an hour long for these last 3. This is it too. This is just going to show us what's about to happen in Stage 4. And they said we do not get an Avengers movie.
Definitely didn't expect Jim in the Marvel universe, but I clearly have to watch this WandaVision. That first episode is
it's a thing to get through because you got to just kind of go on the ride with the experience. Like the fact that she's going through different eras of television, families, and things like that. All she ever wanted was a family. The fact that her brother was taken from her man was taken from her. She snapped. The fact that in the very last episode it was mimicked after like the Malcolm in the Middle era, or it was actually after Malcolm in the Middle. Like that was the TV show family thing. So I'm very curious on where they go next. Where are they going? Modern Family? Like what is she going to touch next?
No, it's probably going to be something. What was one that had a woman lead that had to take care of kids and it was kind of like stressed out? Because I remember seeing a clip where she's in the robe, kind of got like the messy hair and stuff.
The Nanny?
No, some it's gonna be some. It's some. I don't know what show it probably is, but it's probably like based off of Roseanne. Roseanne is probably next. Roseanne.
You can't go back. You can't go back though. It's been continuous. It's been continuing to go from year to year. I mean, era to era to era to era. And Malcolm in the Middle is way after Roseanne. So I don't know. It has to be something more modern.
Who's another woman that like when it came out, like kind of I don't know why. Like I remember just seeing a scene in the trailer where she had a robe on, everything started glitching around her, and she just kind of had the messy hair, looking like she was kind of like struggling with kids. So whatever kind of show was like that. Beginning of
this episode, the part you're talking about.
No. She was in a pink robe. She was in a pink robe, and this one she's in a plaid robe. She's in a blue plaid robe in this one. So I'm not sure of the show. But I will say this about the show. Give my boy James Wu his own show. Give James Wu a spinoff. Give my boy a spinoff. He needs a funny version of X-Files, and you would watch it.
If this happens, it just proves that the fans really do get what they want.
Yes.
It's been talked about just because they saw the dynamic between James Wu and Kat Dennings. I think it'd be great for those two to make their own run for sure. I'm down for that.
But it's dope too because the underlying about it is you get to connect everything that's not told from a superhero's perspective. So imagine what James Wu has to deal with as an FBI agent dealing with superheroes. Like imagine, like we found it real funny, but imagine seeing it from his eyes like, yo, I really got to go catch Ant-Man slipping. And with his personality too, it's just like, yo, like he could pull off a show and then keep us looped in with like how Sword got brought up, what they're doing, how things are moving. Because the next thing I think is going to happen is the Mutant Registration Act. I think that's going to be a new type of version that they're going to introduce into the MCU.
Last night, I didn't know today was the I think it's the 3-year anniversary of Black Panther. Today is. I didn't know that. I watched Black Panther last night. I watched it last night. Like I didn't watch everything else, but I wanted to save that one last. I went through my whole Marvel Cinematic run through. I watched all of them all over again, but I wanted to save Black Panther last, and just happened to line up very last night. It's 2:00 in the morning. I just hit it. So I'm running through it, and I'm watching Nick Ross, which was the FBI agent that got popped, and then they took him to Wakanda to heal him, and he was also a pilot, and he was able to save the vibranium from leaving Wakanda. And I was like, man, we didn't even see him in Infinity War or Avengers. Like we didn't see him pop back up, but he's interacted with them. So it would make sense if they do the James Wu route. Yo, there have been people in American government who've actually interacted and helped on that side instead of always just superheroes against the government. We've had allies. So I'm really curious where they could even take that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, there's a lot. And then you too, like you said, Agent 13 as well. She was another one that was like really highlighted through Civil War and these other ones, but we didn't see her. But we are going to see her in like the Armor Wars and some other things. So it's just like, it makes sense to have a different perspective that can be told that's not from a superhero. And I think James Wu has enough of the witty banter and comedic sense and the care between being a human and with the superhero powers to be able to go do stuff. So I just think that would be dope as hell to see. And also too, something just that you had mentioned, Cleo, before we flip over to the interview. Something I didn't discover till the last time I watched Iron Man 2. Shout out to Elon Musk for the cameo.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that till I watched it like a few months ago. So is that Elon Musk?
That's our Tony Stark. Our real life Tony Stark.
For sure. They say that Tony Stark of on-screen character, of course, is pulling a lot of inspiration from Elon, but people were kind of mad at me for not knowing that. I'm like, okay, first of all, Iron Man 2 came out years ago. Elon Musk's name wasn't even as cracking as it is right now. So don't get mad at me because I didn't realize that was Elon Musk then. I didn't own a Tesla then. I don't own a Tesla now, but everyone knows who Elon Musk is. So it's just crazy to have his little cameo in there, man. It's fun. He mentioned something about a electric plane and an electric jet. He was like, yo, I have blueprints for an electric jet. And Tony's like, oh, I got to see those. I'm like, Was he dropping hints that even years later we could see it happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Electric jet.
I want the Cybertruck, though. I want the Cybertruck.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting the Cybertruck. Got to get the Cybertruck.
The Halo.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
the Warhawk.
We have the Warhawk. We have certainly talked our ear out about WandaVision. So thank y'all for sitting here and taking all of that in. Hopefully y'all are watching it on Disney Plus and get to enjoy the last 3 episodes. Yes, you do. And get to enjoy the last 3 episodes, which are an hour long a piece. So we can get the conclusion of what will happen to Wanda and Vision and how we will be introduced into phase 4 of the MCU. But it is time for us to get into another I can't believe I'm finna say this, another anomaly that is in the Smash Bros community. So sit back, y'all are gonna want to hear this. We have the champ today, Spargo of Smash Bros, and Gridiron Gang Invitational. It is about that time, so let's flip on over to the other side of this coin.
What up, guys? Before we get into the interview today, we just want to shout out our sponsor, Caesars. Open up a world of choices at over 50 resorts and casinos with Caesars Rewards and get rewarded for doing everything that you enjoy. Earn reward credits when you play, dine, stay, bet, party, or relax at Caesars Rewards destinations. Then redeem for free or discounted hotel stays, offers for dining, shopping, shows, and much, much more. Put simply, Caesars Rewards offers endless ways to earn the benefits that you love. Learn more and sign up for free today at caesars.com/myrewards.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present to you your Smash Bowl champion representing Tijuana, Mexico, the one, the only, the prodigy, Spargo. Spargo, welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? And yeah, thank you so much for inviting me today.
Look, this is how cold Spargo is. He don't even want to show his face. He was like, listen, I'm too cold to this. I need to hide my face a little bit. So for those that's watching, seeing the video version of our coin toss, we talking to a picture right now. He's anonymous, even though we know who he is. That's how cold he is in this game. But Spargo, man, how are you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just kind of excited for this.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
We're excited to talk to you, man. We really are, man. You're a 15-year-old Smash Brothers, just ocelot of a champion. It is beautiful to see. It's beautiful to hear, man. Your gameplay style is incredible. Looking at the stats, the fact that you earned almost $10,000 in earnings on the Gridiron Invitationals. You won both the Smash Bowl that everyone has been tuning into and the Gridiron Clash. You beat MVD, DeBuzz, and Leon not once, twice. Okay, you've battled everybody, and you are the one left standing, man. So I just gotta ask you, first question out. When did you begin playing Smash Bros? You're 15 years old. You're half my age, bro.
So I started playing Smash Bros when I was like 6 years old. Like I played that game at my cousin's house, but we just played for fun, like with items and stuff like that. But then I knew about competitive scene around 2016. So when I was like 10 years old or something. So yeah, I started playing competitively around that time.
Wow. Jeez. Okay, I just have to know. So I want to paint a picture. You're like right now. You're 15 years old.
Yeah.
Just to go back in time. When I was 15, it was 2003. It was tall white T-shirts walking around, and for me, the coldest game I was at was Tony Hawk. Like I could not be touched in Tony Hawk. But back in that time, my mom would look at me like, you putting all of this effort into a video game and you ain't doing nothing else. And that is a waste of time. Spargo, let me just so from that perspective, Spargo, like how do you feel being a 15-year-old who has dedicated all of this mental time and strength into this video game to not only be so cold at it, but to be so cold at it that you are bringing in profit at your age?
How do I feel? It feels kind of unreal because I know not so many people can like be this good at my age. And I also, when I recently, no, not recently, but when I first joined competitive scene, I was like 10 years old. And I was like, okay, so I want to become a top player. I want to become one of the best. But I always say to myself, okay, that will be when I don't know, when I become 18 years old or something like that. I didn't even expect to become this good like so quickly. So it feels so unreal because I never expected to be this good. It feels so unreal, yeah.
You gotta bask in it, Sparkle, you gotta bask in your own glory and greatness. You are the term prodigy is placed upon you because it's a real thing. You're 15 years old, and I'm gonna stop bringing up your age because it's like I don't want to just keep drilling the fact that you're a kid. But bro,
no. You got You got to.
He's 15, smashing folks like it's nothing. They can't stand in front of him.
Do you realize what he just said though? Like, bro, like, okay, so Cleo, you know, I told you, like when we first met, you're a real life treasure hunter, right? From your role that you've played. Right. Bro, Sparkle just told us he started to want to be the very best at 10 years old. We have the honor of our very own real life Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum started catching Pokemon at 10 years old. And Spargo has become the very best.
The very best.
I'm gonna just leave that there for y'all, bro.
We would have sang the theme song for you on the way in, bro. If we would have made that connection earlier, 100%. We would have said the entire Pokemon theme song just for you. I gotta ask you, man. You play as Cloud, right? I'm a big Final Fantasy VII fan. I played it on the original PlayStation when it came out. I played the remake. I am a diehard Final Fantasy VII fan. So I got to ask you two questions. One, have you ever played Final Fantasy VII? And also, what made you choose Cloud amongst this amazing roster that Smash Bros. Has?
Yeah, I have played Final Fantasy, but it was like a few months ago, the first time I played it. So the reason I started playing Cloud was just because since Smash 4 I actually like Cloud's playstyle and stuff. Like I really feel like Cloud fits my playstyle really well, and I really enjoy playing as him. But the reason I choose Cloud is not like related to because I like their games or something. Like when Cloud was first revealed in Smash 4, I had no idea who Cloud was. So yeah, it's just because he's fun.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's just like I can't get past it. It's just like cool. I thought it was cool. So I got it. Like now I just picture Smash players and him like Pokemon. It's like I have Cloud now. I must train him. And he just don't want to do nothing. So just Cloud's just like, I'll get you. Don't worry. I'll make you the best. So there's another thing that we have on here that we normally ask, especially our Smash Bros character players. I mean, competitors as well. So you are from Tijuana, Mexico, of course. And so one thing we always want to know is from everyone that you know in the Smash roster, if Tijuana decided that we wanted to take one of those characters and make them the official mascot of Tijuana, Mexico, what character do you think would best represent Tijuana, Mexico from the Smash Bros roster?
I think I mean maybe Cloud, but not because of me, but because almost everyone in my region has a Pocket Cloud. So yeah, probably the Cloud or maybe Rob. A lot of people in my region play Rob. So yeah, maybe those two.
Nice.
Okay, Rob or Cloud. I like that.
Rob or Cloud. Dope choices, man. I have to ask every person, every competitor who's come on the Coin Toss podcast, the fact that you've started playing Smash. I believe you said in Brawl. That's the first Smash game you played. Okay, so you started playing at Brawl. Here we are all the way at Smash Ultimate. Which remote controller are you using when you compete? Are you sticking to the GameCube remote controller, or are you one of the players who've made the transition over to the Pro controller that Switch released?
No. I use GameCube. Yeah, I have used GameCube since it's like mid Smash 4, but before I joined competitive, I used a gamepad in Smash 4, and in Brawl I used a Wiimote. But now
you were using a Wiimote?
Yeah, in Brawl. I mean, I was like, before I even started in competitive scene, I played with a Wiimote. So yeah.
Humble beginnings, Will. Humble beginnings.
Right?
The kids
humble beginnings. We kept making fun saying we know someone out there did that. Somebody out there did it. And we just
we found him. It's obviously be the champion of the Smash Bowl. It's him. Exactly. So just Spark, I gotta know though, like just what is it that drives you to want to be the very best? Like, especially when it comes to this. Like,
just what is it just in your mind that makes you wake up every day and it's just like, yo, not only do I want to be the best, technically I am the best. And so it's like, how do you manage to handle all of that at 15?
I technically am the best right now, but the thing is I want to become the best, but offline. Like I don't think online means that much as it does offline, but that's my goal for now. Like when offline comes back, I want to beat everyone. I want to be the best. So yeah, I how do you say it? But yeah, I have been grinding like for so long this game, and yeah, I have a lot of patience for ultimate. So yeah, when offline comes back, I want to be the best, and I'll do my best to do that. Like yeah,
Man, let me say something right now, Will. When offline comes back, when the world opens back up, and they have a worldwide Smash Bros. Champion, and they fly all the greats into one location, you know who we will be inside of the arena rooting for? Spargo. I need to see this kid take on everybody and lay everybody down in front of him, bro. I'm so excited to talk to him today. 15.
Yeah, just so you know.
Smash Bros. It's in his hands, man. The future's in his hands.
Yeah. Yes, it is, man. Just so you know, you do have 3 fans. Our other Arcade Token Patrick Cloud ain't here today, but believe me when we tell him what we just said. You have 3 fans on your side wherever it is that you may go. So we do have maybe 2 or 3 more questions we want to ask before we get you out of here, Spargo. I just want to talk to you about the Smash Bros tournament and the Gridiron Invitational. Now, not only did you win the Smash Bowl when most folks were all shouting for MVD, the Buzz, the rest of these folks to be able to take it, you came in and did it with extreme fashion, not no close thing. It was like, no, let me show you what I'm working with. Then Gridiron Invitational comes, and it's just like, okay, it's payback. No, it is a continued onslaught. So how was it being in both of those series for you?
So on both, right? I think I was pretty confident when I played in those tournaments because I don't know. I feel like I am the best right now, so that means if I play at my best, I can beat everyone. So yeah, when I play in tournaments like that, I'm pretty confident. And I think being confident makes me play way better. So that's what I try to do, and yeah, it worked. So yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. That's right. You got to be confident, man, in all your abilities, and that's very important, man. Be confident in what you've done. You've trained. You show up when the spotlight is on, and you dominate. That's a beautiful thing to see. Another question we'd like to ask everyone who comes on the show is about DLC characters. A big thing that about Smash Bros. Is how they continuously add brand new characters, surprise people. When Cloud was first announced coming to Smash Bros., I lost my mind as a Final Fantasy fan. Here we are in Smash Ultimate, and Sephiroth gets added to the roster, and I'm still mind blown about that. Are there any characters in video game history or lore, other video games you played growing up, are there any characters out there that you would like to see added to the Smash Bros. Roster?
I'm not sure if I want anyone in a specific because I like their games or something. But I think in my opinion, it will be really funny to see the Fortnite guy in Smash. But it's because it's funny, not because I want him in Smash. I just think it will be really funny. The main character I wanted before was Steve, and yeah, he got in Smash. So now I think it would be funny if Fortnite was in Smash.
Okay. All right. Dope. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I do have to ask if you could you being such a high rank as a champion, and like you said, can't wait for you to be able to go back offline. I want to know from you just if you could give us you got to take your time on this. paint us the perfect Smash Bros. Tournament for you. Bracket wise, where it would be, any little quips bring in this that can be added into it, any kind of features or rules that you would want to set. Give us your customized Spargo tournament for Smash Bros.
This will be for offline or online?
This will be offline. This is okay, just think however you want it.
Okay, so maybe I don't know, a really big venue with all the PER players, like almost every one of them, and including myself, obviously. Like I'm not PER, but I want to be in that bracket because I want to see how I do against all of them. So yeah, just like a super big major, and also with a really big pot prize. Like I'm not sure what will be like really really big, but yeah, like if maybe something Nintendo decides to support us, like maybe they just add a pot price, and yeah, that would be really really good. And yeah, I think that's it. Like I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
So an official Nintendo tournament with everyone from around the world flies in to play Smash Bros. Spargo's going in as said champion. Like there should be brackets dedicated to said champion of where they're from. Represent Mexico, Spargo is champion. So it is the Spargo bracket, whether it's MVD representing for America, whatever the case may be. But then it all just continues to break down so there can only be just one absolute champion in Smash Bros, man. And yeah, I agree. An absolute huge pot would be great. I don't know, 50,000, 100,000. Put it up there, man. Why not? Let the people go at it.
I think that'd be dope as hell.
Can I ask you what your favorite item is in Smash Bros? What is your favorite item outside, of course, the Smash Ball being hit and being able to use your ultimate attack? What is your favorite item in Smash Bros?
My favorite item. Okay, that's a hard question. Okay, let me just remember what items there are.
They got a lot.
There's a lot. It's hard to choose from every single item. Maybe. I mean, I really like. Oh yeah. My favorite item is the timer, like 100%. I just remember. Yeah, the timer that makes everyone go slow. Yeah. I like that item because it makes so like I can there's so much combo potential from just the timer. I can do everything I want. So yeah,
for sure. That is a great item to pick up out there in the battlefield. Slows everyone down, and if you can go do straight to your attacks and get their percentage up, absolutely. Yeah, see, strategic. The kid's strategic. Will, I gotta keep he's so strategic. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he is, man. So I do have to know though. So since you are a champion and so great at Smash Bros, I want to know. Do you have kind of the Einstein thing going on when it comes to the rest of video games? So is this your only game that you play, or do you have anything else that you play outside of Smash Bros?
I recently started to play Melee, and I really want to get into the competitive scene. So, and I say I'm fairly decent at that game. So yeah, I say I could become pretty good at that game too. And I also played Rivals for a bit, and I say I was like kind of decent there. But I just need more time if I want to become like as good as I am in Ultimate, because I have been playing this game for like 2 years or something, and like I have been playing Melee for like less than a year. So yeah, I just need more time if I want to become good.
Beautiful.
Gotcha.
Beautiful. There it is, man.
Yeah, that's it, man. Dude, this is just. I'm sorry. And then it's just like I don't even know what to really ask of, like, because we can say like, what is your career goals? But we already know what it is, and it's just really to be the best. And it's just like that's what I think that's gonna make your journey so dope. That it's not really about the money, it's not really about the aspect, but it's just the fact of like competing for being the absolute best at this game. And I think that's the reason why, one, you win, why I think you go so far the way you go, and I think why you'll continue to go as far as you really want to proceed. And only at 15 years old, Cleo. Bruh.
15! Bro, he's going to dominate for the next 20 years. I'm telling you. I'm going to be telling my kids about, y'all don't have it like Spargo. There was a kid your age who was wiping the floor with everybody. It's going to be the legacy of Spargo. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. There's going to be Spargo t-shirts. There's going to be Spargo beanie babies and Funko Pops, all dedicated to the one from Tijuana. I'm telling you, it's going down like that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dang, man. I'm just picturing the banners now dropping at like these invitationals with him, just like the one we see now. And it's just in that big banner, just some other 10-year-old like, that's going to be me one
That's
day.
going to be me.
Exactly. That is going to be me. But now Spargo, we kind of had this thing that we do with a lot of professional Smash players, and I don't know why this is the first time I've ever been intimidated to throw this out there, but we call it a good old-fashioned arcade jumping, Spargo. So myself, Cleo Thomas, and Patrick Cloud are avid fans of the Super Smash Bros. It goes in the list as far as who's the best of the worst. You have the best in Cleo Thomas, and then you have me, who's still trying to figure out the buttons. But we always come to challenge players in a good old back alley street fight, 3 versus 1. Now we're not looking to win because we don't think we are. We're just trying to get one stock knocked off of you. So we just want to had to throw that out there, that invitational, and to see if you ready, to come catch the arcade token smoke.
Okay, so yeah, I'm down for that. I'm so down for that.
There it is. Yes. And I won't feel any kind of way, Will. I won't. I'll know that I went in there with my crew to take on Spargo and got smoked, and that's just what it is. And I'll accept that. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Spargo, I'm going to just let you know this. Don't let us knock one stock off of you. I'm going to ride that for the next 4 years. Like, hey, well, listen. Every time you win, be like, I knocked him off the stage, though, right? Just saying. Anyone you sweep, I'm going to be like, I'm better than him. I knocked Spargo off. I had 2 other people with me, but I knocked Spargo off and took the stock off. That's all I know.
That's facts. Spargo, we want to thank you so much for coming by and being a guest on the Coin Toss podcast. Please let the people know where they can look forward to seeing you next. Please let them know your socials. Tell the people where they can just connect with you more.
Yes, so I'm the social media I'm most active on. The most active one is on Twitter. You can find me like at SpargoSSB. And yeah, I think that's. Oh yeah. And I also sometimes stream on Twitch. You can find me like it's just Spargo. Like my name is just Spargo, so you can just search me on that. And yeah, I think that's it.
But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is your Smash Bowl champion, soon to be best in the world ever to have ever picked up the sticks in Smash Bros. Spargo. 15 years old.
Dang.
The kid of the world champion. I know in the Smash Bros community there's an offline, online thing. And even the fact that Spargo brought it up, even him himself, he's just like, I really want to be champion in the offline mode. Man, the kid got to give himself some credit. Not only did he take on some of the best, he took them on twice, took home over $10,000 in cash prizes at 15. This kid is a prodigy, man.
Here's the thing. In the world of video games, age doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Whether you're 50, 70, 13, whatever. In competition, though, if a 15-year-old sends me home 2 years in a row and I was training in between, I'm quitting. Quitting. That's impressive.
It is very impressive, man. Now to just see the dedication to something like that at the age of 10 and then to be 15 with over like 5 G's in your pocket and stuff like that. And, outside being like an actor and stuff like that, that's not really normal for a kid. That's not normal for a 15-year-old, but also too, to on top of that, be the best at it. And just to see like it not going to his head, like the confidence is to fuel him to continue to be the best, but not to insult anyone, but to just to continue to thrive, man. It's just for him to have that mindset at 15, just like imagine where he's going to be when he's our age. So it's just like, yo, as we said in the interview, man, we are fans of Spargo. We are going to be pushing for him anytime he is hopping into these tournaments. Spargo is one of our guys. Didn't like how he agreed to the to this jumping though. I ain't like them giggles. He had.
There were a lot of giggles when we offered. A lot of giggles when we offered.
I ain't like that one. I was a little nervous even asking him, and he was like, yeah, but like I said, I knock a stock off. Oh, I'm talking all the crap. If
you knock a stock off.
Listen, the three of us got to get one stock knocked off, Pat. If one person gets swept by him.
Here's just the only crazy thing that I'm seeing from this interview is that one thing we never talk about, because we're at the age where we've seen it become a professional game. Spargo's at the game where he's coming up with it being a professional game. So like you say, that's going to really spawn all these Ash Ketchums, as you call them, people who come into the game knowing that it's competitive, and they're like, okay, from a young age, I'm going to start this work, as opposed to our generation, who is just like, by the time you old, whoever's good, jump in the league, like we didn't know that was going to be a thing. So we're going to see some Mike Tyson crazy level beasts at these games based on these young cats who are growing up knowing that it's a thing, just like the NBA, so yeah. It's impressive. We've never talked about that.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. Like, just imagine we're going to have a LeVar Ball of gamers.
You're grown in that. That's all you know, as opposed to like the people. Imagine the people who are just playing basketball casually and then the NBA dropped when they were like 25. It'd be like, oh, this was a thing? All right, for sure. Let me try it out. But if the NBA has been a thing for 30 years and you're just a young lad looking at Kobe and Jordan, that's how we got all our beasts today. So now we're seeing that in the gaming world, and it's intimidating. We're gonna see some crazy level. We're gonna see the skill level jump because of people like Spargo.
Yeah, yes indeed, man. So I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to seeing the success, and as always, just seeing the success of this gaming industry continuing to rise and create dope stories such as the one we just was told from Spargo. So keep it up to all those gamers out there that are professional, not professional, for the love of it. Just keep it up, because you never know where the love for these games are going to take you. So thank you for joining us for another episode of Coin Toss. Of course, shout out to Gridiron Gaming, Thunder, and of course, our sponsor, Caesar Rewards. We appreciate y'all for checking out this episode of Coin Toss. Make sure you check out audio and video, twitch.tv/Thunder Gaming, and of course, twitch.tv/The Arcade Tokens, Cleo Thomas, Patrick Cloud, Will Farrow. You know what to do. All of the stuff is always there. Keep following, stay up to date with everything, and we will catch you next time.